Good morning, traders. Welcome back to the Everyday Growth Advisors Wednesday, Fundamental Wednesday. Yay. Welcome back, guys. Good morning and good evening to everybody who is attending this stream. Appreciate you guys taking our time being here. Well, what can I say? We said a couple things on Monday, and let's recap. But then what happens? They start to unload their shares, right? The shares that they've bought down here. Okay? So be very cognizant. I'm telling you that, yes, this is a great rally, but it's not sustainable. All right? Remember that market makers are greedy, all right? They want the best possible price for their own shares. And therefore, if they've already made a profit here, they're going to go for the next wave down so that they can spark fear. And that wave down, it could be a nasty wave down, all right? It could be a nasty wave down, all right? Let's see. If we were to take a Fibonacci retracement from where we are to this, actually, let's do this swing low here. I'm not going to do the recent swing low just to get an idea on how bad this can get. A 50% retracement would be here, which would be the 50 moving average at some point. A 50% retracement is what we said. And a 50% retracement is almost what we got, right? A 50% retracement is what we said, and a 50% retracement is what we got, okay? So it was a nice little day for people who played any puts. Glad you guys could make it and come to the stream. Now, are we done with the sell-off? Are we done? That is the golden question, okay? That is the golden question that we are talking about, what we're asking. Therefore, we want to answer this question today. Now, in my opinion, we're not done selling yet, but I'm going to get through that in a little bit. Remember what our targets have been, and so we are there, but not there yet. Okay, so we'll go through this in a second, but let's first break down the news here. See what's going on. Hong Kong opposition, okay, whatever, don't really care about that. Europe defensive stocks rise, tech sell-off pauses, for temporary. The argument to tax work from home benefits. What? What? What 5 Alibaba investors are doing with their plunging shares? Buying more? What are they doing? Are they buying more? Because I would buy more, to be honest. I would buy more. Let's see here. Russia says test proof its COVID-19 vaccine over 90% effective. Sounds like something we've heard before. Pfizer vaccine success opens a hot stock market trade in Asia. Biden brushes off Trump's long shot. I'm not really sure what Trump is doing at this point. From a non-biased, non-political perspective, I think that he should honestly concede at this point, right? I don't care whether there's voting fraud or not. I think if somebody wins a fair and square election, and if the U.S. you cannot keep preaching about the U.S. being a democratic nation, which it is, and then say that there's voter fraud. That's like a oxymoron on its own. It's like saying we are the best country in the world, but our elections can be rigged through mail-in votes. Honestly, that is quite a long stretch. Okay. And to me personally, that's not acceptable. I think, if you lose, you just say you lost and just move on, right? It is what it is at this point, right? I think the whole world needs to move on. That's all. Personally, as I've said many times, I don't care who's the president. I just care that the market goes up. I don't give a crap about anything else. Okay, stock futures rise led by tax recovery temporarily. I don't know why I'm doing this to you guys. I'm teasing you guys, saying temporarily. Rubber futures prices in Singapore. Wow, this is from probably the latex and all the medical demand. There you go, and automotive demand as well. Interesting. OPEC deepens forecast for drop in global oil demand. This is keep your eyes on this one. Okay, this is one thing that can potentially cause a crisis. Okay, it can cause a crisis. If oil demand doesn't come back, right, this will potentially become a crisis. We will have storage issues again. We'll have a whole bunch of problems that come up once again. And oil prices might just slam once again. And if oil prices slam once again, what goes along with it? Fear. Markets become irrational. And then, you know, you may see a bunch of other things as a side effect. I'll do a little bit of research on this and maybe have something for you guys by Friday and see what I can find. Because I've been following oil for a year now. And I have been talking about it for a long, long time, saying, you know, that we're not going to recover anytime soon with oil. But I do like the prospect of buying companies like ExxonMobil because of their diversified investments in other areas apart from just petrochemicals and other kinds of oil products, right? Biden transition chief proposed limiting size of U.S. banks, biggest U.S. banks. Wait, what? Okay. Banks in Europe face Europe face potential 1.7. Damn. And then anti-IPO and limbo funds let investors cash out. Okay. Okay, cool. The anti-IPO was a big slap to Baba, huh? Crazy. Crazy. All right, let's look at this now. Pre-market movers here. Extra space storage. Don't know what that is. Probably a place where you can store extra space. Maybe. Alright, I gotta stop with these lame jokes, to be honest. I just gotta stop. I gotta do more rapping. Right, guys? I gotta do more rapping. Am I right or am I wrong? Tell me. Tell me in the chat if you want to hear more rapping. I gotta come up with a song for this stream. Maybe I have to collab with Type 9 on a sick beat for the intro. How would you guys feel about that? How would you guys feel? Maybe I'll make it about finance too. Like an options trading rap, you know? Like, I wake up in the morning and I have some options. I have some options. Oh, by the way, have I ever told you guys that I had a dream one day to open up a bar? And guess what's the bar going to be called? It's going to be called the Options Bar. And guess what you get when you go to the Options Bar? You get options, guys. You get options. All right, I'm going to stop. I promise that's the last lame joke of tonight. Or of today. I promise the last one, all right? Having too much fun today. Sorry, guys. All right, DXC technology. Don't know what that is. UGI Concho. Wow. Vistra. Penumbra. Okay. Datadog. I think this is earnings related. Planet Fitness as well, probably. Grocery outlet. Monster. Oof. This one's always gets the hit because of the 666 on its logo. Let's see here. Okay, cool. On this side, what do we have? Sundial Growers, Neo down 3%. You know, I'm not sure if you guys heard me last time on the stream. I did say, you know, I like the prospects of shorting Neo at around $40, and it went further up like 44 or something. It needs a corrective wave down in order to keep running. But remember, our intrinsic valuation for Neo is somewhere close to $65. So this stock still has a little bit to run. And by the way, today we're going to be doing the Teladoc valuation as well. So I'll show you guys. See, I see you guys in the comments. Ali G is like, please don't, T. You suck. Just say it. Just say it, Ali G. Say, T, you suck at rapping. Don't do it. Stick to the things that you're good at. But it's entertaining, right? At least it makes you guys, like, rub your eyes and laugh a little bit at my silly nonsense. Early in the morning, right? Who else wants to wake up and hear my droning voice about finance, right? That would be boring. I gotta make it really interesting sometimes, you know? That's the reason why I do what I do, to put smiles on your faces, and of course try to put some money in your pockets as well, right? Francesco, I see you. T hit that pen before a live stream tonight, bro. I only wish that was a possibility here in Singapore. I'm not trying to die, okay? It's a death sentence here, bro. Titan, American Airlines, okay. Mortgage refinance index today. Civil Cushing. Okay, so this one. OPEC monthly report and Civil Cushing report. This will be... Wait, is it out? Huh. These will be the ones to hit. Apart from that, nothing much. Looking at the heat map here. Let's see. Tech rebounding a little bit. Everything just rebounded, but this is more like a corrective wave, right? After the sell-off. So we see Disney down a little bit after a rally. Okay. All right. APD. JP Morgan needs to also cool off a little bit before it goes higher. So lots of stocks here need a cool off, to be honest. Dish up about 3%. I guess that's earnings related. ADSK, Paycom. Yeah, these are probably earnings related. All right then. Interesting. Let's have a look at the SPY technical update here. Okay. So I see 68 people here and only 25 likes. Come on, guys. Show some love on that thumbs up button. Don't be lazy. Thank you for saying that, Sam. I really do appreciate you guys hitting the thumbs up. If you're here on this live stream, that's the only way that YouTube algorithm is going to recommend this stream to other people. And if you guys want the EGA tribe to grow, I highly, highly appreciate you guys hitting the like button, because that's the only way this channel is going to grow. If you don't want to donate, you don't want to do nothing, just help me hit the like button. That's all. And in return, I promise to not rap anymore. All right, if that's what you want. If you want me to rap, then go ahead and tell me, T, you want me to rap. You guys can pretty much tell that I want to rap. So you should probably say something about my rapping. If not, it's probably going to happen again. And next time, it might be worse. I'm just kidding. Okay, going back here. So first the NASDAQ here. Remember, we had a retracement target here at this 38.2. This was the level that I said, we wanted to aim for as a retracement back down. This rally up here was obviously unsustainable. And we came back down here. We're approaching this level here. Now, what's important here are a couple of things, okay? The first thing that is important here is that we clear these moving averages. From a technical perspective, you never want to trade anything when we are on moving averages. When we are sitting on moving averages, we do not want to be trading anything on the NASDAQ, okay? We want the NASDAQ to pick a direction here, either to the upside or the downside, okay? Sorry, let me get my pen real quick so I can draw. And I don't mean that kind of pen, Francesco, right before you say something. I already know it's coming, Francesco. Oops, look at me opening Zoom for no reason. All right, here we go. Okay, so what I was talking about is we want to see it choose either this direction or this direction. Okay, now if we want to see momentum to the upside, what we have to see is a break above the 61.8 and then a bounce to validate the 61.8 as support. Okay, so we're talking about on NASDAQ, okay, we're talking about this level here. All right, 11,800-ish, okay? If you want to see what that is on QQQ, let me pull that up real quick. That's going to be really quickly here. Let's see here. Yeah, this level here, 286. Okay, on QQQ that level will be 286.72 right here. Okay, we want to see a clear break above this level and then a validation by a bounce through support. It's going to be this purple line over here. I'll make it a little thicker. This will be the validation for the upside. Now, a downside validation would pretty much be a bounce on this support here, okay, followed by another downside movement. So I would say, this bounce is pretty shallow. So expect a pretty another wave down probably. Remember, this is just wave number 1, right? This is wave number 1. Okay, we haven't even completed wave number 1 on a 1-hour chart. We're barely completing wave number 1. Okay, I say 61.8. If we don't break this, we're going to head down to 38.2, and then from there 23.6 if anything. Okay, so those are going to be the levels. 279, 274. That would be the next ones. Okay, and that's the downside. If the upside, we'll see a break of 286, and then a bounce on 286, followed by the upside here to, I want to say 292 or even possibly 299. This whole process should take at least 2 to 3 weeks, by the way. So don't expect anything to happen anytime soon. I would say 2 weeks minimum. In the meantime, risk is off on tech. We're seeing sector rotations all across the board. People who've been following this live stream for a long time, remember what I said about Boeing for the longest time, about how it's undervalued, yada, yada, yada. And, you know, been calling Boeing out for like months now, right? Like a broken tape recorder. Like, hey guys, Boeing. Hey guys, look at Boeing. Hey guys, you kind of need to look at Boeing, guys. And hey guys, Boeing. And now Boeing's up at 191, right? So before you know it, these things happen. You got to average in. Now, does that mean that you should get into calls right here? Does that mean you start buying shares here? Absolutely not, right? What are you going to wait for? You have to wait for this downward move now, right? The Dow Jones is overbought, right? You can see a clear difference between all three indexes. Have a look at this real quick. This is actually very interesting, right? And remember what I say when indexes are out of sync. I've said this multiple times on the stream. When indexes are out of sync like this, look, right? Look at this. These three are very different right now, right? You can see the NASDAQ, of course, because of the sector rotation, lots of stocks being poured into Dow Jones Industrial Average, and because those same stocks are in SPY, these two didn't sell off as badly as the NASDAQ did because tech got hit the most, right? So what you want to be really focusing on here is for NASDAQ and SPY to sync up here, okay? So one of two things can happen. Either NASDAQ catches back up or the SPY gets dragged down. And I think it's more than likely that the SPY gets dragged down. Why? Because we're still far above the 50 moving average. We're still pretty far above it. You see that? This is the 50 moving average for me, the red line, right? This thing. I think that we have another wave down before, right? And then a bounce and then another wave up for the end of the year Christmas rally. So expect November to be a little bloody, I would say. You know, it seems to me like currently we take the escalator down and the elevator up. Usually it's we take the escalator up and the elevator down. And this time around we have the reverse completely, right? We have the reverse. So you can see we took the escalator down and then whoop, right? And this has been happening quite a bit. So we're in that phase right now, okay? We're in that phase. So I personally would be expecting a correction here and then followed by a end of the year rally. That's what I'm seeing from a technical perspective. Remember, this is a technical update, okay? Fundamentally, there are a lot of things that need to be solved or a lot of things that need to get better for the economy to just go back to all-time high, all right? So let's see what happens. Let's see how this plays out, all right? Dow Jones definitely overbought still, though, here on the 4-hourly chart. It needs to come down. And so if it does, you can expect the rest of the indexes to be pulled down with it, okay? And then you'll get, so what's going to happen here? Let's say Dow Jones, some fools start taking profits, right? What happens then? Some fools start taking profits, this comes down. What happens again? Sector rotation again, right? That'll be a sector rotation again. There'll be money pouring out of industrials and the cyclicals that we are seeing. And then I can bet you that some kind of news will spark that, right? Maybe a missed COVID news, maybe a fear in the economy again. I almost guarantee you that this will happen. The news will spark another headline saying something like, Pfizer's drug is not that effective as predicted, and then we'll see crash again, something like that. And then we'll see buying of tech again. Zoom and this and that. Guys, it's not that easy to develop a vaccine, okay? Yeah, okay, it has a 90% chance of da-da-da, but how many times have we heard that this year? How many times? Too many times, okay? So I'm not buying it till, you know, they say like, okay, we're ready to ship this out right now, you know? No, okay, then I'll believe it. But right now, I think this presents very unique opportunities to buy a couple of names, all right? Let me tell you my favorite one, Amazon. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I like Amazon here. Number one, this stock is freaking undervalued, all right? Intrinsic valuation of the stock, I was just telling my class today, the beginner mentorship, which are on wave number 12 right now, the intrinsic valuation of Amazon is at $5,500 by my calculations. This stock value is heavily depressed and has about 40-50% upside. Okay, sorry, what am I saying? 40-50%. It has an 80% upside. Okay, and this is severely undervalued based on future cash flows. All right, and what I like is it has been holding the 200 moving average for all this while. It has been a very strong support for Amazon. Okay, you can see this on a 4-hour chart. You can see the 200 moving average has always held as a pretty strong support, with the exception of this when we were very close to the moving averages, right? But even so, it has always followed the 200 moving average. You can see this, right? It has always skewed towards the 200 moving average. Now, this presents a very opportunistic moment to buy Amazon currently, and I really like the price of the 3,500 calls for January. Okay, if you check those contracts out, they're trading at about $5,000. Okay, and I intend to pick up a couple of these on this wave down. All right, there is going to be a wave down. If the Nasdaq continues selling off, and the Dow Jones continues selling off, you might even get those calls for 2008. There's a possibility. We have a demand zone here, right? Remember, this right here. Oops, wrong indicator. Sorry. This right here is a demand zone. Okay. So, anything within this 2,800, 2,900 level here screams a buy. It's like buy. Okay, I really like this play here. All right, Amazon. Think about it. Think about the amount of things that are going to happen towards the end of the year. If COVID is still here, okay, Christmas shopping and end of the year shopping and people buying all kinds of stuff on Amazon. Yeah, okay, they don't have like as big sales as Singles Day by Baba, but still, guys, okay, still, you gotta understand that Amazon churns a lot of income from various different platforms, okay, and they're only going to remain a leader within the platform. They're just too big, okay, too big. So that's one little tidbit for you. This is a great one to buy right now. I like this play, okay, sitting nice firmly, approaching this demand zone down here. From a technical perspective, this is a dope play. Even a fundamental perspective, this is a dope play. This is screaming a buy, all right? Screaming a buy. So don't tell me I didn't told you so, okay? Don't tell me, T, you didn't say anything. I did. I said it, and I said it now. Remember the date, 11/11, 9:53 p.m., all right? I said it. I will scroll back to this time. Believe me, one day, I will scroll back to this time, and I will say I reminded you, all right? And I will tell you that I am about to purchase these contracts, but I don't think I'll purchase it today. I'll probably purchase it when it approaches this zone here, okay? Cool. All right. Next, another stock that I like, Baba. Now, through all this chaos, okay, Baba is another one that has actually held the 200 moving average pretty well historically, okay? Historically, it actually holds the 200 moving average pretty well. Now, I think that it's been insanely sold off, grotesquely, and if this stock continues to sell off, I would be a buyer when I see a irrational push down. If you see Baba hit this 250 level, it's screaming a buy, all right? That's undervalued. This stock would be undervalued at that point, right? I don't think, though, we will see that, because this point right here, for all you EGA mentees, you know what this is, right? What is this? This is a dual zone, right? This is a dual zone right here, okay? This dual zone is going to pretty much make sure that we get a decent bounce over here. This is another one that I really like playing. And if the Dow Jones sells off and money rotates into tech, then what I do see is, you can see Dow Jones starting to look a little weird, huh? What if we have the stream and it starts selling off? That would be interesting, huh? Okay. If the Dow Jones sells off and then money needs to go somewhere, where is it going to go into? It's going to go back into tech. Why? Because tech is valuable right now. People sold tech off this whole week, right? And so they're going to start pouring back money into stocks like this. Amazon, Baba, Apple, right? Apple is, okay, this one's like not a best pick, but this one's still a good pick for a long-term, stable, fundamental growth stock, okay? Not a growth stock, a value stock, okay? Microsoft, another one. Microsoft. You guys have heard me talk about Microsoft for months on end, okay? We had actually a goal to get into Microsoft here on the bottom, but we never got to our target. we were thinking we might go down like this and then up and then get rejected and come down here to get an entry, but we never got an entry because the market bought up so quickly. And remember, when the market bought up so quickly, Microsoft went from $200 to $228 within 3 days or 2 days, okay? Which is crazy. So don't lose out on opportunities like this. When you see, you know, the stock depressed, I would say get in, right? Get in, okay? I'm switching to Heikin Aishi candles here so you can see without the gaps, okay? We can actually get rid of this Fibonacci retracement now, pretty much, because it's now, this analysis is now void, right? It's now void. And then this demand zone here is void. Okay, perfect. And this will be your demand zone here. Let's say we move this down a little bit. Yep, that looks about right. Perfect. There we go. So I would say another entry for Microsoft would be here again, once again, right? The 204 level, 204, 208. These are the ones that I'm watching on my list, guys. So, you know, I hope that you'll be taking notes here as I'm talking, because these are the things that I'll be looking to buy within the next dip here, okay? So Amazon, Baba, Microsoft, Nvidia. I like this stock a lot. On the 4 hourly, has been following very nicely on this trend. Kind of in a sideways movement here, but this stock has got unbelievable upside. Still a chip leader for GPUs and a bunch of other semiconductors, right? It rules the semiconductor market pretty much. So I like this stock as a long-term player as well. Okay, nice bounce over here on the the 150 moving average EMA. You know, we'll see if this can hold here. But you know, if anything, if Dow Jones sells off and things shit hits the fan, then, you know, we may see a bounce down here at the 480 level, which will be the screaming buy. Okay. Okay, another thing I wanted to ask you guys, and you know, I'm gonna start doing this from Monday. I'm gonna work on this on the weekend, and hopefully this is gonna help you out. Okay. Actually, I mean, honestly, I could start it right now, to be honest, if you guys bear with me for a second. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, let's do an Excel sheet with the running picks from the week. Or let's just do an Excel sheet with the picks from the stream, right? And we can track these things, right? We can track them. We'll do this, and then we'll do this. We'll do a couple of these. We'll do ticker, price, entry, target, entry, price. Signal, and so here, let's just do, we have perfect. Amazon, and what were we talking about? Here is the price here. So we want to target around 290. So the range will be 287 to 297. Perfect. Signal bounce on 200 EMA. Strong support. Potential flush down. There we go. Come on, what's going on here? Oh, I know why. Huh, that's weird. All right, let's do that. And then what else here? What else was the signal here? Potential. Let's do demand zone, or are we gonna have a supply zone for So this way, you guys will never be confused. I'll just open up the sheet every stream, and you know, you'll have like a good little thing where you can follow everything, right? I think this works out better instead of us just talking and calling it out. We have something here written down. You know, we can track this thing now. Let's see. Demand zone at, I want to say, between this range here. So we'll look at here the 50-minute. Gonna look at you know, potential target here. So 1 hour chart. Let's look at the daily actually. All right, we got rid of this. We don't need that no more. And not this, not this. Okay, this is gone. This looks like the demand zone right here, so we're actually going to be right between 2.8 to 2.9, maybe a little below here. So 2.8 to 2.9 to 3,000. 2.8 to, let's say 2.800 to 3,000. There we go, easy. Okay, potential flush down, and then you know, we'll do you know, running. Oh, wait a minute, we need a date here. And that will be today. Oops. There we go. Okay, perfect. Just gonna move this a little bit to the side. All right. Oh man. Fuck it. Never mind. All right. Here we got Baba, and just move this down. Baba was, and I'm gonna add more things to this later. Baba here. So Baba, we have our nice little channel upward. So the signal here is gonna be, you know, 150 moving average bounce on 150 EMA as strong support, and then also bottom channel bounce potential. There we go. Perfect. Okay, cool. Now the target entry price for Baba, we actually want to enter here. We want to enter here, but if we get a better price, I mean, potentially, first of all, this zone is going to be between what, 260 and 270. So our demand zone here is going to be 260 to 270. Here we go. Okay. And target entry price, we kind of want to enter on this dip. I want to say Baba might come down a touch of 200 EMA. Target should be 250 to 260, to be honest. That's why I say 250 to 260. Yep. I don't know if we want to do we want to do like a target price? Nah, I don't think we want to do a target price. We'll see if we can get a fill first, and then we'll do targets. I don't like doing targets just like that. We'll see if we do get a fill, then we'll see if we can get a target. I think that would be a better choice here. Okay, cool. We have a little bit of time here, so I want to do this right so that we can track it. Okay, then the next one, Microsoft. Sorry, let's just get this right real quick. Okay, Microsoft. This one's been holding pretty strong, right? So here, you know, we want to talk about, so our demand zone is going to be right here, 196, 195 to about 200 here. And entry price here would be around, I want to say between this range, like 200 is a nice entry price, 200-ish. Let's just go 200-ish. And this is going to be a bounce on demand zone. Established for how long is this? Since July, right? This is a July demand zone. And also, you know, still in uptrend, still in strong uptrend. How do I know that it's still in a strong uptrend? You know, you can see how these moving averages are still pointing upwards, right? They're still pointing upwards, and they're far from one another, right? They're still far from one another. So this stock can still continue to run, okay? It can still continue to run. All right, cool. That's good. What we're gonna do is make these all the center. Perfect, perfect. And then we'll make these different kind of color maybe. We'll do like a greenish. You know, I like green. Maybe not so green. We'll do like a more like mellow green. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. And this way we have, you know, these running throughout the week. I'll do this table up a little more temply, but this way, you know, as I'm calling things out, I'll put them in the sheet, and we'll have this, you know, part of the stream so that, you know, we can keep tracking things that we call out here. Okay, perfect. So, what else do we have here now? Okay, so I didn't want to deviate too much. Let's go over my analysis on TDOC. TDOC is, you know, the company we're covering for this week. Sorry if that took a little bit of time. Hope you guys are having a good morning. Welcome into the stream. Make sure you smash the like button there. If you want to allow the EGA tribe to grow, please, 98 of you here, I'd really appreciate it if you could smash the like button. Of course, there are more stocks that I am going to put on that list, but let me cover TDOC first, and then we'll do a breakdown of more stocks, and we'll keep track of them, and then we'll review them every trading live stream, so that we can go over and see how we can update our position and planning. Okay, and if we do enter, you know, if we do enter trades, we'll update them. We'll put, you know, entry, and then we'll do more boxes on this side. You know, perhaps like entry, stop loss, profit, target, that kind of thing, right? And then that's, you know, going to keep us really nicely. It's going to keep us really nicely accountable, okay? Because anybody can keep talking about stuff, but, you know, we want to be accountable, and we want to make this a great experience for everybody who are attending the live stream, okay? So that, you know, you feel great coming here, okay? Excellent. Okay, perfect. Now we just take this, and then we go. Wait, why doesn't that work? Oh, I know why. I know why. It has to go from here. There we go. Oh, yeah, I think so. It has to go from the next one. Oh, I know. Okay, here, and then I'll bring this down here, and then I'll bring this down here. Bring this down here. There we go. Now we can. Wait, what? Oh, this is annoying. Okay, I'll fix that later. Doesn't matter. Sometimes Excel is really annoying. Okay. You would think after using this software for more than 10 years, I would know everything. No, sometimes you just got to meddle with it. You know, I like using my keyboard on this thing too. I don't really use my mouse much, but now my mouse is so sensitive. You know, I'm just clicking and clicking. Okay. So Teladoc here. I was reading through the 10Q. You know, you gotta go look at things like this. Okay. You wanna learn about a stock. Make sure that you're reading stuff like this, because this is where all the information is. This is where the juicy parts are. Okay. So always have the juicy information. Okay, check it out. So this is selected financial data. You could also check out legal proceedings if you want for the company, business, blah, blah, blah. Okay, surprisingly, after doing my evaluation, guys, this company is growing at an insane speed. Now, of course, COVID kind of just kicked it in overdrive, you know, basing on the fact that people use it more and more. But the funny thing is, after doing a little bit of research and asking a couple of friends around, which also should be part of your research, by the way, I realized that this is actually a growing movement. Now, I want to put a very big caveat on today's valuation. I have done a very, very, very conservative valuation, okay? Which means to say, this is the absolute minimum price of the stock, okay? I'm saying I have discounted it so much that this is the absolute minimum the stock is worth, all right? and I'm about to show you why. Okay, I used very conservative numbers, but looking at the data here, if you want to skip past all this and just read this for the important stuff, if you want a summary of this, revenues have grown at a very, very quick pace. And now they had a merger with Livinggo, which is a company that they recently purchased through stock options and cash. And, it's actually going to increase the width of the business, vertical integration, and also horizontal integration. They have a highly scalable, secure API-driven technology platform that allows them to, tackle access, cost, quality, through like a efficient members demand or provider like availability in real time. And it's working across the entire world, which is actually pretty cool. And then also, what was the other thing that I was looking at? Yes, they're expanding their offerings to consumers, which is a good thing. We don't want to see a business like this stalemate. We want to see them growing, and this is actually a cool thing that I found. Okay, now what was the other one? Here we go. Here. So member additionally platform external connectivity and easy integration with EMR and outside systems extends functionality. So EMR, that's like your emergency medical response team, right? And member real-time eligibility and financial liability, clinical alerts, including gaps in care integration, partner integration, and operability, clinical data exchange, they exchange information, and then a fully functional RESTful API, which is, a stateless, scalable web service architecture that utilizes open communication standards such as HTTP and HTTP. Okay, that's like basically to make it secure, right? Okay, and then they can also blah blah blah, so, sign up for this and that. And then their sales and marketing have been doing a phenomenal job, just FYI. In fact, the ROIC for this business is insane. Now, legal proceedings-wise, it's in various litigative, what do you call, matters. And, they say it here openly that, they consult legal counsel, blah, blah, blah. And obviously, it's a medical company, so there's bound to be some kind of legal proceedings at some point. But right now, I didn't see anything here that was, going to cause a big shareholder loss or something like that. Nothing that pops out very aggressively to me. Okay. And then also, the fact that the business is seasonal, that's an interesting one as well, because, people tend to go through flu season and whatnot. So that's something that you got to also take into account, that this a company would be seasonal in terms of its revenues. Okay, skimming through all this, I got through the juicy parts earlier. This is a lot of stuff to read if you are just reading for fun, by the way, which I happen to do sometimes. 54-month return. Okay, now this is the past 5 years revenue growth, and to be honest, it's pretty impressive. Check it out. 77 million to 123 million. That's almost a double. Almost, not double, but almost. And then 123 to 233. That's less than double, but still close to double. And then 233 to 400. And then from 2018 to 2019, this was a year which they didn't grow as much. But from 2019 to 2020, we're expecting this revenues to reach about $1 billion, which is actually pretty awesome. Okay, that's the reason why the stock was actually rallying. All right, it was rallying, and then it got a corrective wave. All right, now we saw both a supply and demand zone here. This is your supply zone on the top here, and your demand zone down here. So this actually goes into our sheet. Oops. Oh, sorry. I thought EMR was the emergency medical team, like the people who respond to medical needs, like on the go. I see that would make a lot more sense, Patrick. Thanks for catching that. Target entry price. So we are looking. Okay, so we were talking about the 61.8 here being a key level of contest if we see that level, but I don't know if we come down that far though. Okay, I really don't think so. I think this level possibly holds, you know, if this becomes the extended demand zone here at this level here. You know, we are in that box right now. I think that we may possibly hold this level and see an upside here. I can't, you know, obviously be a predictor, but I would say entry here is pretty golden for the time being. You know, if it drops further, you could always add more positions down here. But this is a great stock to own till the end of the year, you know, in such a market environment where you do not know if COVID is going away or not, okay? So it's been really on a very strong uptrend. This little dip here gives you a opportunity to buy unless this company, you know, was fundamentally not a good business. I would not advocate for it, but it actually is decent in terms of a business model for the current environment we're in. And I see a lot of popularity for people shifting towards this business model, okay? Now, cost of revenues here also been increasing, but not, you would see, like, it's not like substantially crazy. And this year, you know, obviously it's going to double up. It costs about, so the cost of revenues are about, you know, you want to say, you know, quite a fair bit, because they would be in a loss from their operations. But in terms of cost of revenue exclusively, it's not too bad. It's only when the advertising, marketing come in, their sales and all of that, technology and development, that kind of stuff costs them expensive, right? So we're talking about, you know, their net cost of revenue, they actually keep it pretty tame. But this is also a growing business from 2013, which is, you know, I would say it needs more time to grow, okay? It needs more time to grow. Now, this year, I believe that they're going to end up net cash income, maybe income positive, I want to say. Or it might still be a negative. We'll have to see how it goes, but I think they might be able to pull off a slight positive. It's a possibility, but I wouldn't say it's 100% possible. The only reason why I say this is because I was looking at the operational cash flow here, and this is actually the first year that they turn operationally cash flow positive, which means that, you know, they actually have a positive free cash flow from operations. Okay. So cash flow from operating activities are actually positive for the first year in 2019, and hopefully if 2020 is going to be positive as well, that would, you know, send this stock a little higher. That actually increases their long-term reliability. Okay, that's what I wanted to show you here. This is not important. And there was a Morningstar report. They value the business at about $183. Oh, actually, hold up. I feel like sometimes they have a different price here. Yeah, they do. So 176 is what Morningstar is valuing it, which basically means it's fairly valued by, according to Morningstar. Okay. So bulls are saying Teladoc is one of the most mature competitors in telehealth. By the way, this is quite a business that's been around for a while. But at the same time, I don't think that, you know, they're going to be profitable so easily, because they have expenses. Then they have to expand. They have to expand their business. Leveraging its national scale, nimble stick hair, blind spot between cost-conscious payers and sluggish providers. Teladoc user base revenue have grown rapidly, and expected to do so over the next several years through multiple channels. Company's robust platform efficiently matches patients with providers to avoid costly visits and assist employers and payers with analytics to analyze cost benefits, which is cool. Teladoc trades at high multiples, while this is what the bears are saying now. High multiples, while it is expected to produce strong revenue growth, higher absolute valuation levels, offer less room for missteps. In our opinion, revenue concentration may become an issue as the company sells to existing customers, and company may face challenges expanding its customer base or cross-selling incremental services to scale its business. This is actually a fair one, right? That's a fair one. The rest of them, okay. So if you want to read this report, you can find it on Morningstar. I have Morningstar research, so I read it from time to time. Now look at this over here. Current ratio, quick ratio, pretty healthy here. Debt levels less than 1, pretty healthy as well, right? Interest coverage, not really a problem here, because even though it's not 3 times, you know, they have sufficient assets to pay off their interest expenses. So I would say, all in all, company-wise, revenue is growing at 65%. ROA here a little negative, ROE here negative, because in the short term, this company is going to suffer, right? And ROIC here at minus 2.8%. That's actually surprising. I was expecting it to be a little higher. and net margins at -12%. So this business is still operating in a loss, but I say it has good growth potential. So in summary here, looking at my valuation, here's what I came out with. Assuming we hit about $1 billion in sales this year, just shy, that means revenue would grow at about 80% this year. Next year, I say if COVID dies down, I project a 50% growth, and then a 20% growth, 15% growth perpetuity for 3 years, followed by 10% growth. I am taking a very, very conservative valuation. Okay, I'm keeping EBITDA at 13%, 10% for the next 3 years, and then 20% in 2024 because they have sustainable deferred income in that year. Okay, and then 10 and 8 and 7 after that. Okay, CapEx keeping it at 2.5%, which is a 5-year average. Working capital keeping it at 3.7%, which is the quarter averages. Depreciation and amortization at an average of rounding up at 8%. I even rounded up this. Tax rate at about 5%. Their 5-year average tax rate was about 4.9. I rounded it up to 5. And the discount rate at a very healthy 8.5, 7.5 to 8.5 rate here, which is the weighted average cost of capital, I say, for a tech company with not running a brick and mortar business. I think this is a fair discount rate, right? For high expenses, we want 10%. For low expenses, we want 7 to 8. So this between 7.5 to 8.5 is about a fair discount rate. Okay, that gives us the terminal values between 13.1 to 14.1, which gives us our fair value estimate of $208.47. Okay, so we're gonna write this down here. And to fair value estimate by EJ. Okay, and so this one's gonna be 208-ish. Amazon at 5500. That's the value there. Baba, haven't done that one in a while. Microsoft 230 to 240. This is my valuation so far. Okay, so we'll keep track of the valuations and the stock price, and this way, you know, we can pretty much get it. So we want our entry price to actually be around this range here. We'll see if we can get a better entry here at 170 to 180. I want to say 170 to 180. And this one also bounce on the 200 EMA as strong support. After sell-off. Okay, cool. Great, I feel great about this. Demand zone down here at, where was it? 176 to 186. There we go. Okay, perfect. Nice. All right, we have a bunch of things here we can keep track of, and we'll keep that sheet running for a while. Okay. So that's your summary of Teladoc fundamentals plus technical valuation for this week. I see upside towards 220-ish should be no problem at all by the end of the year if we get a rally back into tech. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Let me know if that was helpful for you guys. I try my best to be as non-biased as possible. So let's see what's going on with the chat over here. Good morning. Good morning, Baba. 280 calls for 1120. Chris Oss. Baba. Sure. Sure, maybe. If we can get a tech rally, then sure. I want to say if 1120 might be a bit close expiry though, Chris. Just saying. I wouldn't recommend 1120. I'll go a month out at least. How do you feel about Boeing 200s? Vipul asked that question. Definitely not here. I definitely won't take Boeing 200s here. I'd wait for that retracement down from the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which will be coming at some point, right? This can't keep going like that. And then, you know, once Boeing comes down, we can take that to the upside. I want to say at least, you know, down here. So 182, this level here, you know, this level here is where we would want to enter Boeing if it bounces on this zone right here. This is the previous resistance. This will be your entry point. 180, 170, 180. This is that level. 179 to 182. I'll leave that there for the live stream next time. All right. More rapping. Go for it. Everyday Cypher Advisor. I can't wait to hear all the stock market raps while having a nice unspiked Shirley Temple. Oof. T. Let's see. Love TDOC. I have around 50 shares. That's awesome, man. Morning T. What's up, Bradley? Welcome in, man. Boeing 200 calls. Okay, I just answered that question. Low 165 calls for 2021. Demand zone plus EO run up. That's awesome. I like it when you guys give me breakdowns like that. That's awesome. Yep, I like that. Oof, that is actually pretty decent. Wow. Yep, that's another potential great play here, right? Lows, this one. Definitely be watching this one, right? Strong uptrend, potential bounce on the 200 moving average to continue this trend to the upside. Stock has been going up for a long time, right? Consolidation, and then depresses for a while. This was a COVID sell-off. And now went up, consolidation, sideways, and a potential breakout to the upside again in the future, right? I would say this is a great bounce play here. Swing trade, taking this to the upside makes sense here. You know, yeah, inability to break here. I would say, yep, I would say this is a great one. Potential, you know, up here to this level here at this dual zone. I want to say 173, so you should get some options for about 165 calls, maybe 164 even. 164 would be good strikes to get if you can get those, you know, for about, let's say, 50 to 80 days out. 50 to 80 days out. Expiries. That would be a great play. Now that's crazy. Come on, can we get 24 more likes on this stream, guys? I would really appreciate it if we could. You know, it would completely make my day if we could get 24 more likes. Just smash the like button for me, because if not, the EGA tribe doesn't get bigger, and then I get sad. And do you guys want to see me sad? Because I'll cry, and I won't rap anymore, and then I'll just wear a clown nose. I'm just kidding. But please, smash the like button if you can. It'll make me happy. Thank you. Let's see here. Booking $2,000 puts. Yeah, I saw that one. Might be actually decent, to be honest. I agree with that play. Teladoc 220 for 12.18. Possible, Jason. But I say your strike's a bit far. That's what I would say. Good morning, T. Hope some of you have been scalping Tesla on the way down, starting to play the long. Yeah, I think that's interesting as well. Tesla here. You know, it broke out of this channel, and then now it's forming like another kind of a pennant here. You can see this. The top half of this pennant hasn't formed though, so we'll have to adjust this top half because we only have one line here, unless I do this, which doesn't really make it that great. So right now, just one point here. We'll adjust it as we need it. Okay, I covered Baba already. Man's missing Cali way too much, dude. Of course, man. Seriously, God already hates me now. Ty gotta rub it in, BA. Hey, I didn't mean to do that, Shoei. Come on, you know me. Oh damn, the market opened already. Shit. Let's see what's going on. Who knows? Maybe this will turn into a market stream. Who knows, guys? For people who stayed, you'll be rewarded. Let's actually get into active trader mode here. So, I don't know if you guys see me get into active trader mode, but, you know, it's pretty interesting. Let's do this. Let's do this. And we'll go VIX. We'll do reset here. We'll go TLT here. We'll go reset here. These will be a 10-minute chart. This will be GLD. This will be that. 10-minute chart as well. And we'll go CL1. Perfect. And let's see here. Let me read the rest of these comments. SPY OBV is insanely low in comparison to the rest of the chart. Yep, that's true. 50 more likes. SPY puts is there end of the year rally every time. Yeah, majority of the time there is an end of the year rally, guys. It's called a Santa Claus rally. Last year that rally was 26%. It was nuts. What happened to the gap fill for Boeing? What happened to it? I don't really know. I like to keep one of these as an exploded chart. So gap fill Boeing. Yeah. Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah. I honestly I'm waiting for that. Right. I want this gap to be filled. To be honest, that's what I really want. That's the reason why I haven't gone to Boeing. I bought leaps, but you know they're not gonna be held on for a long time. I'm gonna sell them off for a profit. Hey T, this is completely off topic, but I think you enjoy the show Scam 1992 very much. It's only like 10 episodes if you ever get your hands on it. It's about the Bombay stock market. Okay, I'll check it out. Thank you. Speaking of Baba, not buying today though, right? Waiting for another pullback. Yep, that's right. CrowdStrike, nice, is a great exercise. Reload tracker, thank you for showing us this. No problem, David. Jeremy, morning, what's up, man? Before we leave, we need you to kick a freestyle. TDOC up pre-market is a gap fill TDOC. These trades would be contracts 35 to 40 days out. Let's see. Yeah, no, 50 to 80 days out. Good morning, Beyond Thoughts. I actually don't mind purchasing Beyond here, to be honest. This is a nice demand zone here. It's been a demand zone for a while. You know, we did, you know, say a bunch of stuff about Beyond here, and then, you know, I think it's been oversold at this point. I think playing a reversal here is a smart move. You know, to the upside. But then I also want to see a confirmation before I do that. So break above 130 should do it for me personally. It is making consecutive highs here. We want to see it break this level here above this moving averages and start consolidating to the upside. That's what we want to see. Neo puts 38. Let's see here. Neo, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that, you know, it gapped down here. We're going to see some bearish movement from Neo coming through here. Be careful, though. What you really want to wait for here is a buy up, okay? A buy up and then a rejection from this zone here. A rejection of this zone. That'll be your entry point for Neo to the downside. Okay, Evelyn? Disney puts after earnings? Yeah, possibly. I would say Disney puts for earnings. Disney puts for earnings? Or, yeah, I would say Disney puts for earnings, not after earnings. I'm just kidding. I mean, I really don't. Earnings are 50-50 split anyway, right? Like that sheet. What's up, Jared? Welcome into the stream. Good morning. Hope you're doing okay. Much love. Okay. What's the rest of this here? Facebook. Maybe we need you to rap. maybe. Facebook 260 puts for 11.13. Facebook 260 puts. Let's see here. I don't know about Oh, maybe actually, but it might go to fill the gap first though. That's what I see. Might be a potential gap fill before selling off again. So be careful there. Be careful there. Dow Jones looking interesting. NASDAQ looking interesting. Let's see what happens here. SE 155 puts. 155s for this one right here. Yeah, I see a potential for it, but be careful this dual zone here. You don't want to get caught in this here. It's just like the eye of the storm. I would say wait for the break below and then play the downside. Don't try to catch it here. You're like in no man's land here. Look at this, right? You have equal risk to reward opportunity on the upside and the downside, right? This is not a good play here. Just saying. Boeing starting to fall off. There we go, like textbook, right? And what's gonna follow? If Boeing's falling off, what's gonna follow, guys? The Dow Jones Industrial Average, right? Okay, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is gonna fall if Boeing falls, right? Okay, just like clockwork, right? What do I say? All right, if we break this dual zone here, it's done, right? That's it. So let's see what happens here. I wouldn't mind, kind of doing a couple trades with you guys today. You remember, I don't usually trade anything the first 30 minutes, so feel free to join me in this live trading session today, which became an impromptu live trading session. So welcome into the extended hours of the AGA live stream. Surprise, surprise! I'm going to start off office hours here on option swing. Good morning. Hey, good evening, Prashant. What's up, man? Welcome into the stream. Thank you for coming. All right, let me just answer a couple of questions here from the EGA course. Hi, TF. I have two questions from day one. How do you know when there's golden cross that fake out will occur? Anybody watching anything? Let's see here. Understand. All right, that's that. Let's have a look here. So the VIX is, oh wow, it kind of sold off and then it kind of jumped back up there. Interesting. That's very interesting candlestick movement there. DDOG. Let's see. SPCE. Let's see DDOG here first. Oh my goodness. This is after earnings, right? That's huge volume outflow there. Looking very interesting. Now, during active trader mode here, I like to put in another two indicators. These are the two indicators that I like to use. Session volumes and regular volume here. We're going to add these two in. This is a new strategy that I learned from one of the mods, and I think I like it. I'm pretty much just trying to test it out right now. So let's see how it works. DDOG, yeah, this one looking definitely interesting here. Looks like the volume's starting to flow in here, selling off a little bit. You could definitely, do a potential scalp here. If you look on the 1 minute, you probably got a potential scalp here. However, I do see this eventually throughout the end of the day pushing up here, just saying, on DDOG. UPS is up. Baba space. Okay, well, I'm going to check out UPS first. Okay, UPS here. Yeah, this gapped up. Might continue running here. Let's see if we can get a break above this. 168 would be the play here. If we can get a break above 168, that would be the play for DDOG, sorry, UPS here. and space. Okay, this is a good one. Potential setup here to play. Now, important thing here to note, guys. This is the classic setup where you want to be extremely careful here, okay? I might potentially save you money or potentially cost you money here. Okay, so you see a nice setup here. Volume came in, market open. This is breaking out resistance here. Do you take this trade on the breakout? Absolutely not, okay? You got to wait, right? You have to wait. If you're taking the EGA mentorship course, you know this is the moment you wait, okay? You wait for the breakout here and you wait for the pullback. A bounce and validation of this level to the upside. This is your entry on towards the upside after the bounce. Okay? So do not be entering space here. Because why? Right here, this is when your IVs are super stupid. And also, you risk you also run the risk of a fake out. Okay? You run the risk of a fake out. So do not be entering space here. Wait for the opportunistic moment to play this after the bounce. All right? Wait for the second wave movement. This is the reason why I don't trade the first 30 minutes anyway. This looks like a potential setup. I'll leave that open. Let's go look at another one. All right, let's see here. Baba. Baba, remember, we have Baba as our potential setup here, right? So we like this as actually the signal to enter, right? We like this level as a signal for entry, right? What's our target entry price? Oh, 250 to 260, right? So we actually want an extension further down. We'll see if this actually plays out to get that extension, but 250 to 260, this is the range we want. I don't know if we'll actually get to that range, but we'll draw a range here so that we know, exactly what we're looking at here. There we go, perfect. So we'll try to see if we can get that today with Baba. A continued sell-off here will give us our entry. I do like Baba entry here though, to be honest. You can add you can start off a mini position here, and then if it goes down, you can add more positions down. That's what I would say. Just wait for the confirmation though. If you want to be safe, wait for the confirmation. What are we waiting for on the confirmation? We want a wave up, a wave down, and then a wave up again. We'll enter along this wave here, right? That's your confirmation wave. Okay. Let's see, UPS. UPS up. Airlines starting to fill their gaps. A and D off will help Boeing move down. Yep. How's AMD doing today? Oh, AMD back at $80 here. This is also a great play to the upside, to be honest. Swing trade alert here, right? Nice movement here from the bottom. This purple line's where... no, this purple line's not anything. We were talking about AMD here, potentially going back into this channel upside to the upside here. We want to see... This is all now not valid anymore. This actually can be extended out this way. We don't want this no more. This is a potential demand zone up here, but not anymore. And this too can be got rid of. This channel, is it big enough? Wide? Nope. Look at this. Perfect. We can actually move this channel down now. So this is now the new channel here. There we go. All right. We'll see how that goes. Facebook. Oh, nice volume. Space, okay, we got the breakout. Remember, do not be taking this just off yet, right? Remember, be patient here. The patience will pay off, okay? If it indeed is a volume play. By the way, this is looking great, right? It's looking great. I'll get my floor, I'll go up here to see what we have here. All right, let me mute this real quick, close the chat over here. What do we have since the morning? We have pretty much bullish flow only, right? Since the morning, Zoom, weeklies for 425. Do we have any Facebook flow? We do not have any Facebook flow yet. What else? Let's see here. Yeah, Facebook's looking great here. Let's see, we can fill the gap, and if we get rejected here on these moving averages to a move down, then we will take this move to the upside on this wave up, right? You don't chase this wave here, right? Never chase this wave. This wave up here, IV is going to be crushing you if you take it, and then it gets rejected, it comes down, bounces on this support, and goes back up here. So you want to wait for this next wave here, right? You have your confirmation now. You have one wave, you have a second wave, right? You want that confirmation, okay? You have the first wave, the second wave here. On the second wave entry here, you can take this to the upside, all right? So do not be taking Facebook here. Wait on it. PLTR. Nah, no trading opportunity here just yet. I will wait. This is in no man's land, right? Equal opportunity on either side here. No risk to reward ratio on either. Facebook had a risk to reward ratio. Scalping Tesla. You're looking at a scalp here. You gotta wait for the 1 minute, right? Breakout, and then we'll see how that goes. Space here getting rejected, so we don't want to be playing that. Let's see here. Tesla getting rejected here as well. I don't know. Rejected by the moving averages on the 5 minute here. The 200 moving averages rejecting it. I would say play the puts down if you want a risk to reward ratio here. The upside risk to reward ratio here. Well, let's see here. If we can break above this moving averages, then there is an upside. If we stay below, get rejected here, then we play the downside down to 300, 400. That's what I would say. I would say fake out would be strong today. Be really careful, guys. I've been talking about it, right? I've been talking about it. If the Dow comes down, it's going to pull everything down with it. Okay, so be careful. Be very careful. We'll see. So if the Dow can, if Nasdaq can hold above here, what's going to happen? The Dow stocks will sell off, and money will be poured back into tech up as another sector rotation here. Okay, so this is what we'll be watching. All right. Tesla scalp. Okay. Tesla selling off, so that was a good scalp to the upside, but I wouldn't play that one anymore. Let's see here. Thanks for the heads up in space. No problem, man. Absolutely. That's why I said don't chase that. You see what I mean? A lot of people see the volume, they see the breakout, but they chase it, right? And that's how you absolutely lose money here. Okay, you absolutely lose money because you take this to the upside, and then guess what happens? You get crushed, right? You get crushed. And that's exactly what's happening here, right? So be careful, okay? Be careful. SQQQ, some bearish flow coming in here. QQQ calls for tomorrow. Okay, that's not really that great. What do you think of potential long swing of Square with the target price upgraded to 220 right now? Is at 180? Huh, interesting. Sorry guys, just chatting a little bit on the option swing Discord. Okay, let's see here. Back to the chat here. A lot of you guys talking here, so I gotta try and read these quickly. What do you think of potential swing with Square with the target price upgraded to 220? Now it's at 180. I would say to wait for a confirmation. That's what I would say. This ain't looking good right now. Especially with the possible rotation out. Once again, you gotta be careful. Zoom moving up. Possible entry now. Sorry guys. Not yet. No, I don't see that yet. We got rejected here hard. Look at that. Rejection is this zone here. Everything coming down it seems, huh? We'll see if Nasdaq can hold here. The Dow Jones looking still the same. SPY here looking decent. We'll see what happens. What's this here? Amazon trade $3,100 calls. That's like a lotto play. Okay, nothing else here. Okay. Good entry for Neo puts. Catch Tesla down 412. That's trending up. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Tesla for a short play looks interesting. Neo here for a potential gap fill and then a short position, I would say. Yep. Okay, watch for Neo to fade this, to get rejected here. If we get rejected here in Neo from this zone right here, we want to take this to the downside, okay? This will be the one to watch. We'll see if we can fill the gap and then get rejected here. All right, we'll leave this one open. I'll make this a 2 chart here so that we can do a little bit of side analysis here as well. Let's see here. No problem. Yup, Waylon, what's up, man? How are you doing? Can you take a look at low? Sorry, Daniel. Just trying to get these things here. Let's look at low. Low, yeah, this one I just mentioned during the live stream, bro. This one's a good bounce play, right? We spoke about this just now on the live stream. This is a good entry to the upside. I already spoke about this, bro. I spoke about this during the live stream. A swing play, not a day trade though. Swing play. ACB, QCOM, AMD calls coming in for tomorrow expiry at $81. Interesting. That's a decent bet. AMD was looking bullish earlier. Let's see. Let's follow up with this one. Not yet. Zoom here rejected. DJI starting to fall. All right, let's see. That would be great. If DJI falls, that would be awesome. DDOC. See what else? Nike. Let's see Nike here. Boeing. I think Boeing's setting up for a fall here, to be honest. I think this okay, maybe possible, but let's see. We need, okay, so Boeing down to this level here would be the first level of major support. Okay, anything else, expect it to come down to here first. That would be the level. So a 180 put for, today would be a decent play. If you want that risk to reward opportunity. Just saying. Nike here, it's looking actually decent. I wouldn't be opposed to this if we can get some consolidation here. What I don't like though is this gap on the bottom. I think that it's going to cause some pressure down to the downside here with Nike. But we can't be sure here. I would say wait for a confirmation here. The volume that came in was great though on the closing yesterday. Today's opening volume is pretty weak. So I would stay away from this one just yet. Azusina. Neo has ER on Tuesday. Okay, got it. Low, great, thanks T. No problem, Landon. Hey T, what are your thoughts on CVX and XOM at this point after Pfizer news? I wouldn't go extremely, bonkers on buying oil right now. But as I've said, my long-term play on these two, I think are great long-term plays. ExxonMobil has a $50 intrinsic valuation. Okay, this stock it's intrinsically undervalued. I would say long-term buy and hold. That's what I would say. HON 1120. HON. I think Boeing will start to fade here. It's a temporary buy up here to keep it floated. Let's see here. HON. This is overbought. Needs to come down. This needs to come down. This is a short. I was thinking confirmation being bounced on that. TGI starting to fall. DDOC. Okay, let's see DDOC. Yeah, DDOC selling off big time. To be honest, taking this to the upside wouldn't be a bad scalp play today. You know, after being sold off so much. But we'll see if we can build the momentum. Neo rejecting on the 50 EMA. 1 minute. Yeah, I see that. Yep. We'll see. Let's see if it can hold this, Michael. I wouldn't be opposed to getting into a put position here on Neo. So I'm going to actually start looking for that contract right now. You know, some 39 puts would be decent here. One strike out for a day trade, right? Yeah. I think I'm going to look for a potential $39 put here. Give me a second. Take it about maybe 2 weeks out. November 27. Wow, that's kind of expensive still. Jeez. Damn. Yo, you can't play Neo, man. If you want to play Neo, you got to sell options on this one. The IVs are through the roof, Michael. Definitely not playing that one. Have you tried looking at the IVs of those options? They're insane. 128%. There's no way I'm paying that much for it. Ah, okay. If you're holding them, then you're good, man. Yeah, I don't think I will purchase any here. I didn't buy any from the top, so. Looking for exit. JPM selling off. Oh, JPM. Oh man, how do we miss that one? JPM's a good one actually. JPM selling off. That's a good one. JPM puts here, guys. Okay, let's see if we can play this one. I say target to 111 here. This is a good play. Let's try to take this one on the corrective wave here. Yeah, I'm gonna try and find a contract here. Hold up real quick. I'm not entering now. I'm just gonna scout a contract. JPM here looks interesting for sure. Nice little play to the downside. November 27 puts. Let's see if we can get a decent price contract here for 111. About $1.45 and implied volatility at 30%. Sounds like a good plan. We can play JPM here if you guys want. That can be a good potential trade setup here. Broken the low of day from yesterday. Looks like a great setup here to be played to the downside. Also, there is a liquidity volume gap that needs to be filled in this region here. Yep, I want to play this one. I'm going to take a couple of contracts just to start off with. Just maybe 2 or 3 contracts, and then we'll add into our positions there. I'm going to take this one to the downside. 111 puts for 1127. Remember, this whatever that I'm calling out on this stream is not investment advice, guys. I like this play. Decent play here. Especially if the market falls off here. SPY, yep, we're looking okay. We'll see. Let's see if we can do it. All right, I got filled at $1.46. VIX starting to show a little bit of resilience here. Gold holding steady. Bonds starting to creep up a little bit. Big support here in bonds, really creeping, honestly. We'll see if oil can hold steady today as well. Teladoc continuing to sell off here. Han, this is another good setup for bearish play, but you shouldn't take it till it breaks this 197 level. I bought a vertical for Amazon. I'm hoping it fills gap 3140. By the way, guys, if you're interested to know what our live sessions on the Everyday Growth Advisors mentorship course looks like, this is usually what it looks like. I go through these setups. I tell you what I'm thinking. And then we put together our other part of the class, which is the risk to reward opportunity planning. And we do those all together just like this. So if you're interested in, more live sessions like this, give me some feedback. I want to know how you guys feel about these live sessions, because I hope that it helps you out. This was obviously an impromptu live session, and I intend to be on for maybe another hour or so just to help you guys out and give you guys an insight on what the EGA mentorship course looks like. So let me know how you guys feel about these live sessions. Oh, nice. We're already up on JP Morgan here. Neo here, showing some resilience. Possible gap fill before we come down here. I would say a bounce over here in this zone, somewhere up here is possible to take some puts. But these puts are super expensive, so I'm not even going to play this, to be honest. Doesn't look like a good risk to reward opportunity here at all. JP Morgan to the downside here. Let's see here. Apple, DDOC calls. This is a possibly bounce play here. Roku calls. Okay, we'll see. JP Morgan, go in. Our contracts are up by 10%. Not bad. Not bad at all. Caterpillar filling a gap. Oof, man. Wow. Oh yeah, this is a big gap to fill too. Damn. Oh man. We kind of lost. We kind of lost half of this already. So nope, not taking this one. Good find though. Just a little late. Thanks for telling me late. No, I'm just kidding. Let's read some of this. Sorry guys, there's so many comments here. I'm trying to read it all, especially with all the chats coming in. It's insane. Let me see here. Sorry, give me a second. Good morning. Lift. Will be safe play puts or not? Man. Boeing also, as I was saying earlier, right? A brief buy up only to be selling off here, right? Dow Jones SPY still looking pretty weak here. Dow Jones looking extremely weak here, right? NASDAQ here looking like a turnaround like what I just projected. Possible rejection, come down here. That is possible here. But I say, if anything, we'll see a push up on NASDAQ instead. So I actually looked at this as a bullish opportunity for NASDAQ stocks. Let's see here. JP Morgan, we'll see how that one plays out. Okay, let me read some of these comments. Okay, XOM, what's happening with XOM? Nothing happening with XOM. Sold put. I have a Fosty sold put. Do you advise keeping it? December 4th, 75. It depends. Did you... Oh boy, your sold put's been breached big time. December 2nd. You still have some time. I would hold it, let theta burn a little bit more, and then decide by the last week of November. You said, what expiry? December 4th. So you still... I would say decide by the 27th what you want to do with it, right? Decide by the 27th what you want to do with it. If not, you can roll for more credit. That's what I would do, Daniel. Use the 2 times credit rule that you learned in the mentorship course to decide if you want to roll or not. Plug $20 puts. I don't really want to fight the trend on this one. Looks pretty strong here. Oh, but actually not a bad idea neither. This is looks like a rejection here. Let's wait for a confirmation here, Landon. I like the play, but let's wait for a confirmation. At least a wave down, right? A wave down, a bounce, and then we can play this to the downside once we confirm, you know, lower highs, I would say. Hey T, but there's only 11 volume in that option. Yep, but you got to realize open interest is growing. Volume is going to grow as well as more people get into this JPM trade. Slight little push up here. We'll see if we can flush down here with JPM if the market comes down. So sometimes you don't need to worry about the volume and the open interest if you're just playing this for a short-term trade, right? If you're holding it to tomorrow, then that's an issue, right? But I don't see that. So we'll see. What happens here is most you don't get a nice fill, that's all, with the low open interest and low volume. It's just the fill that will be a little bad. But I put a limit price, so I got filled. Your live trading session helps me understand things I don't look for at times before taking trades, so for sure. Awesome. I'm glad that it helps you out. Very cool. Live session is helpful to see other traders think and rationalize through market moves. Great. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Let me know, you know, I like this feedback, so definitely be telling me, you know, how you guys feel about this, because it helps me to also understand what you need. Hi T, can you briefly explain what a contract setup? What's a contract setup? What's a contract setup? Wait, what? Could you explain, Matthew? What do you mean by this? Apple weeklies. Apple weeklies here. Let's see. Possible to the upside. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Oh, Apple's a good play here. Apple's a good play here, guys. Apple's a good play here, I would say. Apple's a good play for the upside here. For a nice little scalp even. Might whack some Apple here, to be honest. Yep, I'm gonna do some apples. To 118 probably. 118 calls. I might even do 119 instead. Play a little bit of the gamma up here. 119, $2 here. $2.27. Not bad at all. I'm gonna take one or two of those. I'm gonna play Apple here. All right. That's what I was saying about plug. I didn't like that very much. Let's see if we can get that downward movement. Oh, what was this? Roku flagged long. Apple flag long. Let's see. There we go. NASDAQ pushing up here. Can we get the Dow selling off? That would be like exactly a pinpoint prediction of what we just made earlier, right? Sector rotation out from cyclicals again, once again into tech. That is exactly what we've been talking about through the live stream. We can see it happening here with the Dow Jones, right? I took apples for 11.20 next week expiry. Perfect. Apple is now up by 5%. JP Morgan here is still up about 7%. We're going to keep down on the back burner. Let's look at Amazon. What is somebody saying here? Breakout potentially. Yeah, possibly. Amazon play here would be nice, but I want to see it break this. It might be going for the gap fill here. Just be careful. I'm going to be getting out of this Apple contract very soon here. This is a very short-term play for me with Apple. JP Morgan still selling off here. Perfect little setup here. We are up about 10% now. More people slamming into the puts. My ass increasing here big time. So we're up about 10% on JP Morgan. Amazon looking nice here. Apple also nice little push up here. Perfect entry with our Apple calls right there. Up 10% already. Let's see here. Facebook. Okay, not that bad. Okay, cool. I'll be moving my Apple contracts into break even very, very, very soon here. So that there is no way that I can lose money on these. Neo calls for $50 coming in. Oof. For next week. Oh boy, all those people who left the stream early, they missed all of this good stuff. Curious, cup and accuracy, cup and handle on the daily on Amazon. Cup and handle, nah, it's not valid anymore. Press the like button, yes please, if you can, that would be awesome. T, this is the best trading session ever. Thank you, Ripple, appreciate that. JP Morgan holding really nicely here on the line of control. Let's see if we can push down here and be a very quick flush down with JP Morgan. Apple, damn, hitting my stop loss. My goodness. Okay then, Apple. Out of Apple here for a very measly gain, like 3%. That was very disappointing. JP Morgan still open here for me. Still at about 10% here. Spy QQQ puts on DJI fall. Actually, on the contrary, I'm thinking, Michael, we may want to play this Spy and DJI to the upside. Sorry, Spy and Nasdaq to the upside instead of the downside when this falls. Possible sector rotation out of cyclicals and into technology. You get what I'm saying? And then maybe a corrective pullback across all three to kind of balance it out. So I'm thinking temporarily put calls and then after ultimately put. So I would say just don't bother to play it. Amazon trying to fill this gap over here. Plug, you said something about plug. All right, we'll see. Let me look at plug again. Datadog, as I was saying, potential push up here for an intraday trade for a scalp if you want to play that one. Looks like a potential play here. Potential play to the upside. Amazon pushing up here. Yep, we'll see if that actually goes all the way. Apple, let's have a look. Possibly getting rejected here. We'll see. So it'll be interesting to see how this fares out. Baba took off. What happened to Baba? Datadog, I'm telling you guys right here. Possible play to the upside here. Just a quick little flush up and then a flush down again. I would say some scalpy whelpy calls if volume comes in. We need some volume here. That's the only thing I'm waiting for. Yep, Baba here. Perfect. That was what we were talking about on the This is what we were talking about in the live stream, right? Baba, we like this entry here, right? 250 to 260. We didn't get our entry below it, but I said, you know, pick up a couple positions here and then play this to the upside. If it falls, you can still add down here, right? Between 250 to 260. Baba playing out beautifully here. I still wouldn't take this to the upside right now, though. Wait and let it play out. Wait for Baba. Not yet. The time is not right. Somebody else mentioning plug. JP Morgan here having a tough time, but consolidating down here, which is a good sign. NASDAQ pushing up here. SPY bouncing, possibly. Dow Jones, let's see if we can get another push down. Now, what I really actually also like here is playing VIX, by the way. You know, playing VIX is actually a beautiful thing right now. If you look at this chart, you know, playing this to the upside is actually a great play. I would say VXX calls over here, you know, below these levels are actually monumentally cheap. You know, any kind of an event can set the VIX off over here. Yeah, it's in a bearish movement, but it needs a corrective wave up. So if we're going to get a push up on the VIX, then what happens to the rest of the market? Probably a sell-off, right? So I'm waiting on that. I think taking VIX calls here are a smart thing to do, especially when nobody wants them and everybody's expecting the market to moon, right? I would say be smart here. Take some VIX calls, VXX, or you could play UVXY, but I can guarantee that the implied volatility in those are going to be nuts, right? So honestly, not a bad idea to pick up some calls here for insurance. Baba took off. Yeah, I was seeing that, but remember, with Baba, you gotta wait for the breakout here. I don't want to play this up here. Plug wants to run, OBV running up. Okay, cool. DDOC bouncing. Yep, that's what I was saying. A lot of OG, Neo, and SE coming in the flow. Yep, I see that as well. Space getting rejected again. Yep, Space was getting rejected earlier as well, so be careful of that one. Hi, really sorry you were watching at Apple because of... We were watching Apple for a breakout. There was some volume that came in at the market open, and we saw a breakout here, so we were taking it to the upside. Consolidating above the resistance, we saw a potential opportunity for this to be filled up here. Together with the news event that it had yesterday. If I can get entry on Apple, I'll take it again. Just not right now. Baba 285 is being bought up. Wow, for what expiry? Jeez, what in the world? Wow, that's okay. Okay then. That's some crazy movement expected. 285, that's up here. Someone betting on a big Baba move, guys. But it's, I mean, it's a little bit of premium, so it's like lottos, but still. Amazon almost filling this gap up here. Check Boeing. What's happening with Boeing? Yeah, nice consolidation, but still looks bearish to me. Let's see. If we can break out of here, then we're not bearish anymore. Dow Jones. All right. So far, nothing yet. No moves to be made. Hey T, I know this is probably inconvenient for you, but if it's possible, we could do this at least once a week. How many of you guys want me to do this at least once a week? Tell me. Apple getting rejected here. That's the reason why I didn't get back in. JP Morgan nicely paying out here. 15% up. I want this every day. Every day of the week. You guys. Well, say no more. Your wish is my command. I'll try to do it more often, guys. I'll try to do it more often. Your voice has been heard. We'll start with once a week maybe, and then, you know, it'll be like a surprise for people who stay on. You'll get rewarded, just like today. You know, nobody was expecting me to stay on, and then I did, and now, boom, right? JP Morgan here nicely falling, right? This is a great play today, guys. Made some money on JPM. Apple wasn't as great, but it's okay. We still exited with, you know, a stop loss in play, so didn't lose any money on there. So far, that's the best one right now. Does a put credit spread make sense with SPY for this week? Nah. You don't want to do a put credit spread. You want to do a bear put spread instead. But then again, why would you? I mean, unless you really want a cheap option, I wouldn't do that. I'll just buy a regular put at that point. The risk reward opportunity will be much higher. Yeah, absolutely, Landon. I agree. I will work something out. If I'm gonna do a live trading session with you guys, I'll absolutely do a curated watch list. I just haven't put much thought to it, but you know what? Since people want this, why not, right? I may consider doing this more often. Let's see here. I'm supposed to be studying for a midterm. Damn, Alec. You should probably be studying for that midterm then. School first, brother. Let's see. You should. Okay. What did you see with JPM for the play? Okay, so JPM was a pretty straightforward play. So what I saw here, first of all, we had a crazy run up, right? You got to look at it from the storyline, right? I built a case around it. So first things first, look at how much we ran up, right? We had a huge run up with this stock the past few days, right? A huge run up like this. Hold on, let me change it to Heiken Aishi so that you guys don't get completely blinded here. And let me take this fibs off. There we go. Okay, cool. Let me take off this indicators. So what I saw with JPM to make this a valid trade, we had a huge run up, okay, and then a consolidation, and then what I saw is today when you know, somebody called it out in the chat, a break below yesterday's lows. This right here. Let me show you. We saw a break below this level here. This starts to validate this as a setup play to the downside here, okay? So we start to take a entry position, baby position here, and what we'll do is we'll add more to this position once we get a wave up to come into this zone here and then a flush down again. So we added one position, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna possibly on the next wave up, we're gonna scale in a bit more, So that's the plan here. Boeing puts. Yep, Baba getting rejected here. That's the reason why I don't want to play that. Let's go into Boeing. Yeah, this one's going to probably fall more. As I was saying, Boeing's still bearish, right? I said that earlier. JP Morgan also bearish here. Let's continue on the trend. Amazon, did it fill the gap? No, it didn't. Very close to filling the gap. I say one last push up and then down. Let's see here. Any way to get your indicator setups, moving averages, support, resistance? Yes. So indicator setup, pretty simple. OBV, 3 moving averages. You can add that one right here. Click on this, type 3 moving averages. It's the one by Advent Trading, that one. And then this one is by Pattern Smart. You just type Pattern Smart. You get this one with 20,000 likes, swing high, low, support, resistance, and the last one's just volume. That's it. I keep a very simple indicator setup. I don't do hocus pocus. 100p, that is awesome. What's 100p? Awesome, thanks T. No problem, Matthew. No problem, Hitch Sella. We pull, yes, keep it low key, it's the best. Yep, absolutely. We're gonna keep it low key. BA falling knife, BA 180 puts. Possibly, we'll see. I won't take Boeing until we break below this level here. 100%. Yep. Alibaba getting rejected. JP Morgan still looking like it's... I gotta drink some water. Are any one of you guys in this JP Morgan trade with me? Nice. It's okay if you miss the entry, don't worry about it. You'll get another opportunity, believe me. You will get another opportunity with JP Morgan. You don't need to chase it here. Just wait, because what will happen is you're gonna get a wave up. We have the wave down, right? We're gonna get a wave up very soon. We'll get a wave up. We'll get a retest of this level here, and then this will be your entry again. And this is where I will scale in again. This will be your entry, and then I'll scale in more contracts to the downside. Remember, you're always playing the waves, right? You have this first wave, and now you're in the second wave. On this second wave recovery here, we took a mini position here, but we're gonna add more up here, and then play this to the downside. Okay. I'm not going to take Boeing till we break this this low of the day here. That's important right here. 170 puts. As I said, I want to wait for Boeing to break below this, guys. Don't get trigger happy playing puts on Boeing just like that. It's been very strong in the past few days. It could run up further before coming back down. So wait for the price action to tell you what to do here. With JP Morgan, it was obvious because we broke below this key level here, right? And so now we have the downside. And obviously, we're going to come up to retest this level before we fall further down, okay? So be careful. Remember, concentrate on high success rate setups, guys. Don't be putting money into everything like it's a lotto play, okay? Don't see, if you went to don't play it like a casino. That's what I'm saying, okay? You got to make sure that when you're looking at a trade idea, you're not playing it like a casino. You're looking at the risk reward opportunity. There is a risk to reward opportunity that's very nice here for JP Morgan, right? Really nice downside, very limited upside, right? The downside here is huge, right? To your entry from here, your stop loss up here, let's say, right? If JP Morgan goes up here, we stop, right? We SL here, stop loss. But look at the downside. It's huge, right? We have a big risk to reward opportunity here. So your risk to reward opportunity here is like 1 is to like freaking, I don't know, 8 or something, right? So this is a good play, right? But with Boeing here, you don't have that opportunity just yet. You don't have it. You don't have a confirmation yet. Okay, so wait a little bit. Be patient. Remember, this is all a game of patience. The moment we see Boeing break this thing, right, we do the same thing like what we did with JP Morgan. We enter baby position here, and then we wait for the pullback, and then we wait for the rejection, and then we add more to the downside, right? But remember, with Boeing, there's going to be one more added complication. You have a strong demand zone here, right? This dual zone here. There's a dual zone. You got to be careful. Is this second wave on Baba? Second wave. Yeah, possibly. Yep, it's possible. But the problem is, Tanya, it's like, I mean, I see what you're saying, but it's like, it's more of a sideways movement than it is making lower highs. You know, this is a very like, it's like almost the same level here, right? You see what I'm saying? But I don't disagree with you. This is a second wave. If you want to play Baba to the bottom here, this is not a bad play. That's what I would say. To a scalp, by the way. For a scalp, this is not a bad play. You scalp it down here. Only thing is no volume. So, yeah, I don't like it just yet, Tanya. So what would be the recommended entry price for Boeing? The recommended entry price would be 184-ish. 184.80. Right here, where my cursor is. Below this demand zone. SQ, I think we got a confirmation. Let's see. Apple here, in the end, ended up moving up. SQ. Not yet, unfortunately. It could still get rejected here. Be careful. It could still get rejected. I don't see the volume. I don't see, you know, good momentum here. Remember, Jeremy, it's a good idea. I know what you're talking about. You're saying consolidation above the resistance, and you're saying moving averages has, you know, potential upside here. But look, where's the volume? Where's the momentum to push this thing up? You see, it's good that you have a car with wheels, but where's the gas to put into it so that this thing goes, right? You don't have that. You see what I'm saying? JP Morgan testing 50 EMA in 1 minute. All right, there we go. This might be your entry for JP Morgan here, guys. Here's where we can potentially scale in again. We can see we're getting rejected here. So you can see how crucial it is to draw these zones properly, right? Hey T, could you do a quick analysis of SE and NEO to enter for calls? Hold up, I'll do that in a second. Watch us keep T on until market close. No way. There is no way. Absolutely no way. I'm actually going to end the stream in like 15 minutes or so. 15, 20 minutes. But you know what? You might convince me to do that another day. You might convince me to do that another day, Landon. I might do it. Just trade one whole day. It's possible. It's possible. JP Morgan wave up. Yep, this is the wave up we're looking for to scale into our positions. How do we know when we're going to scale into our positions? We're going to wait for the wave to complete and start heading down, and then this is where we'll scale in. Okay, so don't get trigger happy by adding positions here. You might get better price positions. So we went from positive territory to now negative. Okay, and I'm going to set a stop loss on JP Morgan for 30%, which is going to be about this level here. Okay. So set your stop loss at JP Morgan for about 30% so that you don't get stopped out unnecessarily. And if it rallies here, then we have some protection. Okay. I'm setting mine for, let's see here, 154, 146, 146, 30%. We want to do, so I enter 146. And minus $1. Let's just say roughly $1. Okay, is your stop loss for the contract. I'm gonna go 105, $1.05, 5 cents above $1. JPM, I got you. Thanks for the feedback. No problem, Jeremy. Now wants 100 EMA. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think so. I think it's getting rejected here. We'll see. I think we'll get rejected here and we'll add on to our positions. I'll add about 5 more contracts if we see that. So someone keep watching that. We'll go see other things in the meantime. Amazon still getting this. Okay, we have this. I actually like the fact that there are not too many people on the stream. It's honestly perfect, actually. You guys are a great bunch to trade with. Thank you for keeping me company, guys. I really appreciate it. Now I feel like we should have some music. But I can't do that. Damn. The moment I put music on, YouTube's gonna freaking annoy the shit out of my channel. Excuse me. Perfectly rejecting our demand zone right there. Do you see the power of drawing these zones properly? It is absolutely astonishing, isn't it? Funny thing is, VIX is still selling off here. I'm telling you guys, grab some VIX calls just for insurance. It is one of the best things you can do right now. If it dies, it dies. Just grab like 1 or 2 calls. Even if they're out the money, it's perfectly fine. And I heard you, Landon, about creating a watch list. The next time we do this, I'll announce it. And then what I can do is put a watch list together for us based on the things I'm following. All right, the moment we hit below this moving average here, we're gonna start to take this, add it in position here, scale into JP Morgan here, slowly to flush this down for another wave down. All right. Let's see if we can get it right here. I'm actually starting to like these Heiken Aishi candles, to be honest. I mean, the regular candlesticks are nice too, but Heiken Aishi just looks sexy. You know, just looks nice. Hi, really sorry. What was that contract you were mentioning? JP Morgan, 111, right? I think we have 111s. Pretty sure. Which classes do you go over drawing these demand zones in? The beginner's course. You got to sign up for the beginner's course. More information on that in the near future. Just stay tuned. The next beginner's course might be, you know, a little while. Oh, getting bought up here. Okay, this is the reason. Okay, we might. Let's see what's going on here. We see a push up on Dow Jones a little bit. Nasdaq still looking bearish. SPY here. Okay, you know what? Might be a potential just up push here. It's okay. Let's just let's let it complete its wave. Don't get phased by this just yet. We'll see. We can manage our risk here and get out of it. Yeah, 111 expiries for 11/27. That was the contract we were talking about. Don't get in them just yet, though. If you haven't entered these contracts, hold on. Wait for the confirmation of the wave down, and then you can enter, right? Be right back. I need to use the loo. I'll be back. 1 minute. All right, I am back. Oh, wow, JP Morgan, what is you doing? Damn, son. Baba here paying out from that put idea we had earlier, but we didn't take it, so psst. Guys, one of my, well, my brother, he bought me a Singaporean dessert. Let me show you what this thing is. It's super dope. What is it called? Sour sop ice, Singapore. Dessert. This one. Yo, this thing is so good. Oh my god. Well, it's mine's the more like dubbed down version though. This one looks a bit scary. Mine's just a regular soursop. I don't know. This one looks a bit weird, but the one I'm having is this one. Just like that. It's just a simple one. Okay, never mind. Can't find that picture, but yep, this one right here. That's what it looks like. You guys ever had soursop before as a fruit? Yo, this thing is bomb, honestly. So good. It's gonna keep me awake the whole night. JP Morgan down 15% now. We're halfway there to get stopped out. Let's see if we can turn this thing around. Sometimes we do see these irrational behavior, so sometimes you gotta hold on. Remember, we have a 30% stop loss, so just hang in there. Be patient. You might get a nice entry here even. Let's see. Hey T, what does the contract you mentioned on JP Morgan means? We're taking a short position on JP Morgan. We're taking a $111 put. So a put contract represents the ability to sell JP Morgan at $112. And since we're buying it at $114, the price of that contract will increase as JP Morgan comes to $111. So we take a put option to play this contract to the downside. And then when we reach halfway to our target at 112, or 112.50, we will sell this option to make a profit in basic terms. T's cost taught me a lot. The cost pays for itself once you go over potential trades. Thank you, Rainiel. Appreciate that, man. Rainiel, is this the beginner's cost? Yep, that's the beginner's cost, what he's talking about. Okay, JP Morgan here looking like we're going to go back into session here. So let's see. Can we get it? Amazon selling off here. Did we end up closing the gap here? No, we did not. That's interesting. Okay, everything's selling off. Yep. All right, here we go, guys. So, NASDAQ, first kill here. Okay, I think you can start to scale into your JP Morgan here if you want. I would say I'm going to add 2 more contracts right here. And then we'll scale in slowly. Just 2. So I have 2. I had 2. I'm going to add 2 more. No problem, Matthew. Nah, we'll sell JP Morgan when it hits like 112, halfway through, pretty much, or 3/4 way through. Our target's 111, so we want to sell it like. Honestly, I'll be okay with taking profits around 113 too. We're flipping premiums, guys. We're taking the day trade to flip premiums, nothing else. Same cumulative stop loss on the JP Morgans, by the way, 30%. Let's see us get rejected here. Yep, it's looking good. Let's see if we can hold below this here. You guys doing okay? I feel like everybody went quiet all of a sudden. I'm just busy having this delicious dessert. Amazon, Baba, Boeing. Boeing, ooh, entering. It's entering our zone, our zone that we want to start watching this now. Boeing. Even Baba is entering a nice zone here. VIX starting to push up. I'm going to take some of those VIX calls we were talking about. I'm gonna do VXX, guys. Hold up. I haven't looked for a contract yet. I'd say a month out. Wow, these are fairly cheap too. Damn. $20 calls look good. Oh man, the IVs are so high. Nah, we can't play these. Nah, we can't do VIX, guys. Sorry. JP Morgan, what's going on? JP Morgan. Nice. Good job. Good job, team. This is the reason why we scale in. What do we do today? Let's recap. We entered here, right? It came down, right? We made a little bit of temporary profit. I told you guys, be aware that we'll have a pullback. We pulled back. What did I say we'll do again? We'll scale in. What do we do after breaking out of this zone? We added 2 more contracts, scaling in, play this down to the downside. Now we have 4 contracts that are scaled in, right? With a confirmed trend. This is how you manage your risk and scale in and scale out, all right? This is how you do it, guys. one trade a day, good one, high success rate, make a good amount of profit and get out. That's it. That's all you need, okay? Perfect setup, play it the way that you know it, be confident with your setup, and that's it, okay? You don't really need to do much else, okay? And we'll just let this play out here. Guys, whenever you can, set your stop loss closer to break even, okay? Closer to break even. So I know I set it at $1. I'm gonna move my stop loss now to $1.20. Okay? I'm moving it to $1.20 now. Who's enjoying this live stream so far? Oh, Boeing's looking great here. If we can break below this level, I'll take Boeing to the downside too. This is looking great all across the board. Yeah, Dow Jones about to poop. Always enjoy your company. Thank you, Rainiel. I just realized Rainiel's Ray. El Rey! We have to open the options bar. Of course, bro. The next time, what we'll do is we'll live stream it, and I'll have a couple of you guys join the Zoom call too. It'll be fun, so we can talk to each other, get each other's opinions. You know, JP Morgan. What a nicely done, team. This one couldn't have gone better than expected. That's a lie. Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually. I like that play. Let's see here. I like the play, but I want to wait for the confirmation. That's what I want. Too bad all those people left so early today for the live stream. They don't know they missed out on this. Meanwhile, they be saying that it's a chop day today and there ain't nothing much to play. But all I see is opportunity and money to be made. I'm holding DIA puts. That's good. That's good, man. DIA puts is fire. That's fire, dog. That's fire. That's a good trade to hold. Yo, I feel like I can really do a whole bunch of different accents, guys. Like, you know, I can do a what's the bottom for JPM? What do you think you take profits? I want to really see a break of this level here, and I think it will happen. The flush should happen. Realistically speaking, man, 111 is decent, but I would say 112 is where I want to take it off. I'm going to start scaling out in batches, right? 113, I'm going to scale 2 contracts off, a whole dollar. And then, you know, at like 112.50, I'll scale 1 more contract off and then let the other one ride with the stop loss pretty much. That's my plan of action here. Just FYI. 113 should be pretty realistic, you know. 113 should be okay. We'll see. We shall see. Honestly, I hope that one day I can meet up with all of you guys and we just go have like a rager, man. We need it, guys. All the flow stopped too. Weird. There was a lot of bullish flow today. 99% bullish. Crazy. Nasdaq turning around here. Dow Jones still bearish. SPY still bearish. For a long-term portfolio, do you think that you should buy monthly dividend stocks? This is a very good question. The answer is yes and no. It all boils down to whether you are interested in a compounding style dividend portfolio, or are you interested in a high dividend payout ratio portfolio. I'm actually going to do an entire course on this. The advanced course is going to be very tailored around building your own personalized portfolio. How do you choose the stocks, etc., etc. You know, adjusting your risk for beta, for you know, creating your own customized portfolio based with dividends and long-term picks, right? How do you adjust what your risk levels are, etc., etc., which you will only be able to understand if you have taken the beginner and intermediate course. So I think if you take, here's the difference, okay? So you take a monthly paying dividend stock, what happens then? Your compounding periods go from, instead of 4 per year, they go to 12 per year, right? Because now instead of compounding 4 times a year, you're compounding 12 times a year. Now, if you know, I'm pretty sure you know that compounding is a very strong, phenomenon, right? So the more you compound, actually, the better for you. But then at the same time, because your dividend ratio or the dividend yield, which you're looking at, let's say your dividend yield for the stock is 5%, right? 5% per annum. Then what happens is it gets split into 12 parts. So you receive equal parts, but you receive it 12 times a year. So you get small payouts, but every month, pretty much. So it just depends on how you would prefer to receive your dividends, that's all. At the end of the day, the compounding periods do make a difference, very slight difference, but over a long period of time, let's say you extend the timeline out by 50 years, if you have stocks that are compounding 12 times a year versus stocks that are compounding 4 times a year, then, you know, the difference could be in the thousands. On a big portfolio. Can we look at Nvidia to see it would be a good place to buy the stock? I think that it's not a bad time, but I would wait a bit more, to be honest. Wait, 1 wave, 2 waves. Actually, not a bad time at all. Maybe wait for this next flush down and then take it on the next up. It's a good time to buy. I mean, I would buy it here, to be honest. I would. That would be dope. What would be dope? You're gonna be in town, so. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, to meet up and drink. Okay, got it. DJI needs to die already. Boring. Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for it too. It's one of those things. Market, man. You remember, 90% patience, 10% execution, guys. All right, you gotta wait. JP Morgan here, looking a little like it wants to do a little chip dance. Move your, guys, go ahead and move your stop loss for JP Morgan to break even, so that we can't lose money on this trade. If something goes crazy here, let's just not lose money on this trade, okay? I'm moving mine to $1.46. Oh my god, what the heck? Wow, I got stopped down on JP Morgan. What the? That's disappointing. I got stopped down on JP Morgan, guys. Unfortunately, I think somebody must have bid my price or something. So annoying sometimes. I don't know, let's see if I can get another entry. I might get another entry. Oh, you too? Dude, I know, that was weird, huh? It's almost like they sniped my bid, man. That's weird. Market maker sometimes, man. Okay, let's just stay out of this for a second. It's getting a little weird. It's getting a little weird with JP Morgan. I know it's gonna flush, but we gotta be a little careful here. We're out of everything. We're not playing anything right now. Let's see what happens. Nvidia to the downside here, possibly for the time being. But I like playing it to the upside as well. Equal risk to reward opportunity. Going to watch Tesla over the next day or two, getting some support across 5-minute charts. Looking consolidated between 413 to 417. We can get good volume now. There could be good upside potential. Yep, I agree. Let's see. I want to look at Tesla here. Yeah, this is nice, but I think a flush down perhaps, Landon. That's what I'm seeing so far. 413, 417. You're saying up here. Yeah, it's been getting up here. I see rejection on the 50 EMA here on the 15-minute chart. If we go into the 10-minute chart, potential rejection here as well on this. What just heck happened? Okay, no, nothing there. Would JD entry be above 82 be a good entry? JD, isn't that like, it's super overbought, right? Oh, wait a minute, it came down a little bit. 82. Yeah, that's decent, I would say. I would say wait though. I don't know why, but something's weird about this here. I do see what you're saying though. More like 82.70. Yeah, 82.70 or 83 even. That would be better for JD. Yeah, that's what I was saying about Tesla, Landon. 15-minute is giving resistance. Yeah. If JP Morgan gets rejected here, I'll re-enter and then hold it as a possible swing into tomorrow. Baba falling down here, still not too bad. Boeing also looking still bearish here. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it a night here. I got to wake up in 8 hours, 7 hours for the the live stream. Sorry, the mentorship course, and I want to get a good night of sleep. I want to say thank you to all of you guys who stayed up with me today for attending this live stream. I'll try to make this a regular occurrence. Stay tuned about that. I want to do it properly with more resources. So I want to, and if I want to do something properly, then it's going to take a little bit of time, but I promise you it'll be worth it. Okay. So be patient with me while I sort this out, and then we can do these live streams regularly, and have a bunch of people join us. Okay. Till then, and I'll keep you guys posted on the live streams that we do. But till then, have a good one, and yep, we'll do this soon again. Don't worry. So have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys. Check Head and Shoulders pattern on Amazon. Nah. Oh, wait a minute. On which chart? Oh, you're talking about possible, but it's still forming, right? It's still forming. It's still forming. No, not yet. Okay, peace out, guys. Have a good one. Take care. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.